Good morning, Pittsburgh. You're listening to Maximize Living Radio. I'm Dr. Alex Pattison on air with Dr. Aaron Greiner. And as always, this morning, we're here to teach you, to inspire you, and to coach you to your maximize living potential. We're going to talk about something this morning that is drastically affecting the average woman who walks into our clinic. In fact, when I've looked at the numbers and I've looked at the paperwork that's come through our clinic, it's about 1 in 3 women over the age of 45 are walking through our doors seeking help for a diagnosed or a undiagnosed thyroid condition. This is an epidemic right now in our society that's not only leading to fatigue and anxiety, it's not only leading to weight gain, but right now a thyroid condition, because the thyroid is so important and influencing every single cell, every single metabolic process inside of your body depends on thyroid function. When we have an imbalance with this very important gland, it can wreak devastating effects on our health, on our lifestyle, and on our well-being. So this morning, if you yourself have a diagnosed thyroid condition, if you're concerned about thyroid health, or you know somebody in your life that is taking a thyroid medication, is that it is currently in this struggle, you can't afford to miss a single second of this morning's program, because A, we're going to help you understand your condition, B, we're going to give you a new perspective on your condition, and C, we're going to give you the action steps that thousands of Pittsburghers have been able to implement to allow their thyroid to heal, to get their health back on track. You can't afford to miss a single second of this morning's program. So Dr. Aaron and listeners, when the average person walks into their medical doctor's office, they get the blood work, and let's say that the thyroid is underactive. They have that hypothyroid that we were just talking about. There's really one solution that the medical doctor provides. It's take one of 2 medications. The brand names are Armour Thyroid or Synthroid. And listeners, you get this better than just about anybody that's listening to this program on a consistent basis. When you go to your medical doctor and they hand you a prescription for a medication, typically how long do you take that medication? And there's one answer and one answer only: for the rest of my life. Now, the problem that we see specifically when we're dealing with a thyroid condition, and like Dr. Aaron did such an elegant job explaining earlier, is that oftentimes the root cause of your thyroid condition isn't the thyroid itself. It is an inflammatory bowel. The common term right now, the in vogue term right now, is a leaky gut. When we have that leaky gut from things like gluten, from microorganisms, from things like toxins, through a lifestyle that is inflammatory by nature, it causes particles to leave that gut and cause and wreak havoc with our immune system. And one of the first organs that we see affected as a result of this leaky gut or this autoimmune condition taking place in the gut is the thyroid being affected. So now we're taking a thyroid medication to try to mask symptomatology, to try to make blood work look better, to make our physiology look better by attacking the thyroid, but the underlying condition is 2.5 feet away in the gut. So we're doing nothing to get to the cause of the problem and everything to cover up the symptomatology of a problem. And if we want to be smart about our health, that should not be the approach that we take in order to overcome and promote health and healing inside of the body. If you were at our last workshop last week, our weight loss challenge we had hundreds of Pittsburghers attending, and we've got lots and lots and lots, in fact, hundreds of Pittsburghers right now that are in this challenge and just killing it right now when it comes to losing weight. I just had a lady last week tell me that within the last 7 days, she's lost 10 pounds as a result of following our recommendations. But I told a story. And I think this story is important because some of you right now made that New Year's resolution. If you have a thyroid condition, chances are you struggle with your weight, and your New Year's resolution has something to do with losing weight, getting healthy, and overcoming obesity or the weight issue that you're dealing with. There's 2 reasons why somebody's not successful in their New Year's resolution. There's 2 reasons why right now, perhaps just at the end of January or at the cusp of February, of why maybe you're ready to already give up on your New Year's resolution. There's 2 things that we need to focus on, and the first is commitment. And the story that I tell for this about commitment to help you understand how important it is to be committed for your health is I have this friend. He gives me a call before Christmas every year. His name's Cameron. I went to college with him. He's awesome. I love him to death. But every year before Christmas, he says, "Hey, Alex, this is the year. I'm going to get my health in order. I'm going to listen to your radio program. I'm going to plug into your programs. I'm going to get my promotion at work, and I'm going to finally get that paycheck that I've been seeking my whole life." I've been getting this call every year for 5 years. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to get the promotion. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to get the promotion. I'm going to make more money. I get that every year. While it sounds like a good idea in his mind, and while he may be motivated for 30 days at the beginning of January to do that, he does not have the commitment in his life to see that come to fruition. So what I'm asking you to do right now is to make a commitment to overcome your thyroid condition. Now, the second thing that we need to do is you could be as committed as all get up, but if you're following bad information, you're never going to see yourself succeed. Think about it this way. I got 2 little kids at home. Knox, he's 2, Remy, she's 1, and I want to take him down to see Mickey Mouse. I want to go down to Florida. So me and my wife, we get into the car. The kids are yelling in the back seat as I'm about ready to get on 79. I turn my head around. I'm like, hey, quiet down. We're going to see Mickey Mouse. Go to bed. And I miss the exit for 79 South, and I end up heading north on 79. Now, I don't realize that I do this. I turn my GPS off. We drive for 4 hours, and I pull off to fill up the gas tank, and I'm like, oh, my goodness. When I turn my GPS on, not only am I 4 hours closer to Orlando, I'm 4 hours further in the wrong direction. Now, my wife, she's really smart, typical female. She says, oh, there's an information booth over there. Let's find out where we're at and get the car fixed and, turn it around and go where we need to go. And me as a typical man who says, no, I'm going to continue with the way that I'm going. But rather than heading in the car that we have now, which is obviously going too slow, we're going to sell the minivan. I'm going to pick up that 4-door Maserati. It's going to go 220 miles an hour. We'll make up time in no time. So we buy the Maserati, but I continue heading north. Am I ever going to get to my destination? So now I have all of the fancy tools, the fastest 4-door car that money can buy, yet I'm heading in the wrong direction. A lot of you, when it comes to your health, specifically with your thyroid health, are heading in the wrong direction. You have no idea how to repair the gut. You have no idea how to physically put the right bacteria inside of your gut. You have no idea how to remove the toxins. There's a neurological component. I want you to ask yourself the question right now. Do you sit in front of a computer most of the day? Do you drive your car more than 20 minutes each day? Do you read a book? Do you watch TV? If you're doing these things, neurologically speaking, living in today's world, we are affecting the neurology that feeds the thyroid. So you may eat well, you may fix the gut, and you may remove the toxins, but if you do not correct this neurological component and your brain can't freely and effectively communicate with your thyroid, we are setting ourselves up for disaster. So we've made it very simple, listeners. We've put the protocols together for you. We're going to give you the action steps. We're going to buy you an amazing, healthy gourmet meal at 2 fantastic restaurants right here in Pittsburgh. We're going to get you committed to your health, and we're going to give you the right information so that you can overcome like so many of our practice members are able to do. In the few moments remaining, I want to talk about another disruptor of this thyroid gland, which is literally influencing every single cell inside of your body right now as we speak, either positively or negatively as a result of your thyroid function. But one of the things that can really affect thyroid function is chronically elevated cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone, which most of our listeners have a huge problem with. Let's face it, in today's society, we live in a crazy world. We've got a lot of stresses at home. We've got a lot of stresses at work. We've got a lot of stresses going on politically that a lot of us are dealing with. And as a result of this cortisol level going up, it destroys our metabolism. In fact, one of the purposes of cortisol is to store food molecules as energy. So the more cortisol that you have, the less that your body is burning fat, and the more that your body is storing food as fat. Okay, so it's important that we understand how to manage cortisol levels. Now, there's a couple of different things that we can do. My go-to is exercise, prayer, yoga, meditation, but there's also some herbs that we can use that have been shown to lower cortisol levels naturally and effectively. So if you live a stressed out life and you have either a thyroid condition or another autoimmune condition, it is imperative that you begin to learn how to naturally lower the cortisol levels in your body safely and effectively to move your body out of that fat storage mode and move that body into a fat burning mode. Now, we don't want to give you those action steps right over the air, and that's not as like, hey, you've got to come to this event in order to do that, because there's different types of stresses that we can experience. We can experience an emotional stress, a physical stress, and we need to attack these things differently. So if we were to go through the list without getting to know you, we could potentially create more of a problem inside of your body. So what we're going to do on February 6th is we're going to help you understand exactly where these cortisol levels are getting out of track, how to begin to balance these cortisol levels naturally to stop attacking that thyroid, to change your physiology from a fat store into a fat burner. On top of that, we're going to give you the neurological protocols to make sure that your thyroid is functioning. Now, you may have changed your diet, you may have changed your exercise, you may be taking $100 worth of supplementation on a month, but if there is a neurological component to your thyroid that is undiagnosed that you don't know about, then you are missing the bus on the overall health and well-being. We've got the technology in order to determine if this neurological condition is taking place in your neck. So to sum it up, guys, on February 6th, Thyroid Repair Workshop Community Dinner. We've got 2 locations in Pittsburgh to make it easy for every Pittsburgher to attend. A South Hills location at Gianna Villa's Family Restaurant, a Cranberry Township location at Bravo Family Restaurant. Tickets today and today only. You cannot wait. $20. Now I'm going to say that again. That's 2 tickets for $20. That's 2 meals for $20. Like Dr. Aaron said, I've looked at the menu. There's nothing on the menu less than the $10. You're going to be able to eat at these great healthy restaurants cheaper by coming to this workshop than you would by walking in off of the street. And you're going to walk out of there equipped with the action steps in place in order to overcome and naturally heal your thyroid. If you're God bless, have an amazing weekend, and we hope to see you on the 6th.